Top of the morning to you. This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Good morning. How are you doing today? Good to be here again to talk to you. Today is the 21st day in the month of December, and today is what? This is funny, but it's true. It's Look on the Bright Side Day. Look on the Bright Side Day is today. So we are celebrating Look on the Bright Side, that we should be optimistic on this day, that no matter what happens, we should always look on the bright side. Welcome to the Front Page review on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. My name is Mary Onaife Debbie. I'm going to be giving you the headlines from various newspapers. I have 6 of them, from The Punch to The Vanguard to This Day to Daily Thrust to the Sun newspaper to The Nation, and then we'll discuss some hot topics in the news this morning. So the first one from the Punch newspaper today says bullion van politicians after CBN Atiku Okowa campaign cancel. Federal government generated 547 million from 5G auction, says Buhari. And Makinde approves 10 million naira for Ibadan fire victims. Enugu Delta police ban fireworks or shoe stops carnival. Censors will enhance government performance, says Sanwo-Olu. Also from the Punch newspaper, we have 2023 INEC to need 100,000 vehicles, 44,200 boats. NYSC can't be optional, says the federal government. And another one here says that MBA laments Imo attacks. Government promises better security. Germany begins return of 1,130 looted Benin bronze. Federal government stops Polytechnic's orders from awarding degree. Okupe resigns. Obi's campaign cancel plans replacement. Federal government bans cash withdrawals from public accounts. That story is on the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Federal government bans withdrawal from public accounts. Cash withdrawal policy, reps re-invite CBN governor for explanation tomorrow. 2023 Fulani youth meets Igbo elders, endorses Obi Dati for presidency. The writer here reads that we are no longer after tribal religious sentiment in politics. 2023 transport unions to lift over 1 million personnel, 100,000 vehicles, 4,200 boats for INEC. A follow-up story from the Vanguard newspaper. Expert advises against continued money policy tightening. JAM commence registration of 2023 UTME January 14. And Naira loses slightly to dollar by 0.26%. Also from the Vanguard this morning, accountant sentenced to 304 years for forgery stealing. And now we'll move to the Nation's newspaper. CBN releases security features of new Naira notes. Governor OK's plans to sell off 5 power plants. The story is on the Nation's newspaper this morning. Lagos refunds 743.5 million naira to 564 intending pilgrims. Reps probes alleged loss of $2.4 billion revenue from illegal sales of 48 million barrels of crude oil. Now to the Sun newspaper this morning. Desperate politicians after Emefiele, PDP, PCC. Crisis rocks NHF over federal government's withdrawal of 40 workers' contribution. Federal government generates 547 million from 5G auction. Buhari, that is the headline from the Sun newspaper. Wike gives 60 million naira to 3 slain policemen's families. Now to the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. Gbajabiamila meets Buhari over cash withdrawal limit. Trapped 89 trillion naira stamp duties. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency arrests 23,907 traffickers, 29 barons in 22 months. Also from the Daily Trust, they can't demoralize me. Peter Obi speaks on Okupe's conviction. Now we move to this day newspaper. Cash policy, can others express concern over plot to arrest Emefiele? The writer here reads that it says selfish Nigerians want to create confusion in country. Bullion van politicians after CBN, says Atiku Okowa's campaign. And scarcity of aviation fuel may disrupt flight operations. Airline operators warn. And finally this morning, Okonjo-Iweala with difficulties globally, WTO cannot afford to stand aside. Now, these are your headlines this morning. We are going to be discussing the hot topics in the news with you. I'll get through to Rufai Seni, and hopefully he joins us in the conversation this morning. You're listening to the Voice of the People 90.3 FM. We are streaming live right now on YouTube. You could go there and watch us live. Also, our website is on. It's at www.voiceofthepeople.ng. We also have a mobile app that you can download and take it everywhere you go. Just look for Voice of the People 90.3 FM. We have Rufai Seni on the line with us. Good morning to you.
Morning, how are you?
I'm doing great this morning. How are you doing?
Yeah. All right, yeah.
Okay, great. I'm laughing because you sound a little bit low.
Yeah, I was unwell all through the night, so.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if it's the Nigerians boarding. Every day talking about one issue or the other, it's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Now to the conversation this morning. Let's start with this trending story. We'll take it from this day newspaper. It says cash policy, can others express concern over plot to arrest Emefiele? Now it has a lot of riders. Says this one that says selfish Nigerians want to create confusion in the country. Bullion van politicians after CBN, says Atiku Okowa campaign. Lawmakers re-invite Emefiele for grilling on cash policy tomorrow. Fulani other senior lawyers react. Money launderers, political bandits against redesigning of the Naira, says NAS. Policy will allow voters elect credible leaders, says ex-Okowa governor. Now, yesterday, a lot of people were talking about this news of Emefiele and what is happening. The DSS had, through one U.S. Gambarawa on December 7, 2022, brought an expatriate application before the Federal High Court Abuja, seeking the court's order to arrest and detain Emefiele over alleged terrorism, facing terrorism and other crime. Let me not go into it. The court, in its ruling on December 9th, had declined to grant a request by the DSS to arrest Emefiele, stating that sufficient evidence was not brought before it to warrant the granting of the order. Now, my question is this. What do you think is going on here? Do you think some Nigerians are trying to create confusion just because they do not like the policy on Naira redesign and the new cash withdrawal limits?
Mary, it just shows you why we need to speak up and pray for our country. It shows you the extent at which people will go. Now they're trying to discredit Emefiele because that policy is going to limit vote buying. And I'm sure you can see the video that is making the trends out there, how some presidential candidate was giving a voter USD or some money in his hands. That video has been making around. So I don't know what INEC is going to say about that. Is that not voter inducement? So you see, it is just a plot to be able to stop the policy. And it is shocking that corruption is so writ large in Nigeria that anybody can be used. And sadly enough, it is the DSS in this case. How the plot was uncovered that the DSS went to court to be able to get a court injunction to arrest the CBN governor on terrorism charges, and the court even told them that their evidence was not strong enough. So what kind of country are we living in? And I would like to hear the reaction of President Buhari, because you see, since this plot was unleashed, the DSS has not responded. Can you show me anywhere they've responded?
No, I didn't
like
see it anywhere.
Your face situation. And I think President Buhari should put his foot on the ground. We cannot have a country where you can bribe your way through anything. Because if the Mesele had been arrested for terrorism charges, it's going to, delegitimize the policy. And you might call for a policy reversal so that politicians can still find a way to vote by.
Yeah.
And you can see how people do not like this country. How it's only about their influence. That's why I keep telling Nigerians, don't die in their war. It is the same plot they are using against INEC too. So Nigerians should, you think it's just overnight, it's just, you can't explain that all of those INEC offices are being burned close to the election. Insecurity has started again in Imo and other parts. So all of these are a grand plot to discredit INEC, to discredit MFLA, to go ahead and also discredit the cash policy system, which is used to stem the flow of cash, because they know that the master joke and downstream them. And that's why Nigerians should be empirical, see beyond, and be able to know the truth for what it is, and stand up tall. Because it is the same people that want to grab Nigeria for their own services. Who even does this? The State Security Service going out there to go to court to get injunction against the CBN governor and doesn't even have enough proof. The National Assembly too has been saying, okay, the military should come and speak about it. That yet should come and speak about it. So if they have nothing to hide, why is it that they're trying to attack a man for just a policy he made? It is showing you something. And that's why Nigerians should be watchful. And we would like to hear President Buhari speak on this, because he has not said anything about it. The DSS too has not been able to respond to all these allegations as put out there in this plot. But for today, I am shocked at the extent people will go for their own political gains. Elections should not be do or die. It should not be win at all costs. If the people don't want you, they don't want you. Why all of these manipulations by politicians across boards? They can't build the country this way. And tell you what, anybody that can do anything just to get political power does not love the people. All he wants to come and do is to perpetuate himself in power and steal from the people. Because if you truly love the people, you will respect the people's decision in the election and balloting system. But all of these are being revealed, just like the plot against INEC is being revealed. Do you know now the next step politicians want to go now is to bribe INEC ad hoc staff? That's the next way they want to steal the elections now, to bribe the INEC ad hoc staff. But you see all their plans against the suffering Nigerian people, that all they want is 3 square meals and the basic amenities of life, will not work. Because this country is greater than any politician that want to keep it and perpetuate it for his own self. We should think beyond all of this.
This just goes to show how hard this policy, this Naira redesign and the withdrawal policy, how hard is biting a lot of people. One will wonder who are the people behind the DSS to bring this kind of discovery, to want to do this kind of thing. So we hope the president will say something about it, and even the DSS to talk about it. Let proper investigation be done to get to the root of the matter, because we have, I think, about 66 days before the election.
I mean, if the DSS can go to court that they have terrorism charges and method, they should present those terrorism charges. And that's why we're waiting for the DSS to react. They should present the terrorism charges. But if the court can see the evidence they give is not good enough, then that's sad for our state security service. So are they being induced by some politicians? What country do we want for ourselves? Is it a country of it's my way alone? I must have it the hard way? Is that a country or a country that is fair and pleasant to all? And you see these people that are using all sort of crooked means to get into power. When they get into power, they can't do the people any good. They will steal and exploit the people.
Talking about politicians, Doyin Okupe has resigned, and now the Labour Party is working to get a replacement for him. Since he resigned, a lot of people have spoken well about him, saying he did the honourable thing to resign, and that the Labour Party is going to bounce back and maybe quickly recover from the shock of his conviction yesterday. So he resigned. I know you talked about this yesterday, that the honorable thing for him to do is to resign, and he has done that.
And that's the honorable thing for him to do. And I think most Nigerian politicians too can learn from that. That when you are caught, and when you have cases against you, it's just best to step aside so that the Labour Party can go on. The Labour Party can go on, and any political party that is involved can be able to go on. Because there was no how being Okupe in his right senses will still stay on as a DG after he's trying to chase a case in court as regards clearing his name. There's no how. It would distract the party, and it's not even good. And that's going to be an anathema to the leadership and the new Nigeria we all preach. But I think the most important thing we also look at is how is it possible for people to be able to use state funds for their own political campaign and benefit? That is the sad occurrence, and that should be investigated, and all loopholes should be blocked. How is it that National Security Advisor ought to be using money for security? They are now spending it on elections and campaigns. This do or die.
Because system is porous. If the system is porous, people can take advantage of it. It's porous. That's why you could see public service.
We must not have porous system. But what is even the level of own personal accountability of our leaders? If we can vote in leaders that can dip their hands into state funds for their own campaigns, then they are not fit to be leaders. And I'm sorry, but that's the truth. They are not fit to be leaders.
When you talk about this, and it goes to show that anybody aspiring for any political position should declare his wealth, especially those, or maybe the governors, those already in power should declare their wealth. This is how much I'm making, this is how much I have. But when you see governors that do not, if you look at their history, they were not working for anybody, they've been politicians for a very long time, and you see them doling out big amount of money, huge ones, then you wonder where's the money coming from. But if you look
maybe in a sensible country, that's not supposed to be a big deal. But can you remember the question that put me in enemy lines? It was just one question I asked in the ending of January, when I asked a certain person that how did some politician make their money? That was how I became enemy of everybody. And this is not supposed to be a big deal. They should be able to tell us how you made your money. It's public accountability. We didn't beg anybody to come and run for president. And for the fact that you're running for president, there must be open scrutiny. See, Mary, tomorrow, if I declare for president of Nigeria, which I don't like them, I know, I will have to tell you even my medical records. The drugs I use, anything I use, my medical, my fitness record, the time I spend in the gym, everything about me, I owe it to you. Because I'm coming to tell you that I want to lead you, so I must be open to you. So I don't know why it's such a big deal when you ask people how they make their money. They give you all sorts of answers. The answers they will give will not correlate to what they can't even tell you a straight way because they are lying.
Because if you made your money right, it won't be difficult for you to. In fact, you'll be proud about it.
Yes, that's why you know. That's why you know they are lying. They will tell you one thing. Their spokespeople will tell you another thing. You will join the two stories together. You see, it doesn't relate. Then the next they will confuse you. At the end, if you not bring it up, they say you are the one that didn't hear right. You can't build a country on lies. You can't build a country on lies. My parents will always tell me as a child, they say, Rufai, please, lies have short legs. Because you can't remember lies. When you tell a lie today, you can't remember you told a lie because it didn't happen. So the next minute you forgot it, and when you spill out the thing that is true, people will catch it as a lie. Lies have very short legs. They don't run fast enough.
When Okupe resigned, some people were saying some people should resign. Some people running for president, some people running for governor should just resign. They should resign. When you see a governor in your state, you haven't paid pension, there are a lot on your neck, and you're still coming to say, I want to be be governor, I want to be this. They should just resign.
And
Now,
that's why I say Nigerians must vote their conscience, not about money. And please, I don't even like this idea of collect the money and vote your conscience. Please, if you collect the money, you have complicit as anybody. So stop fooling yourself. Just vote your conscience. Stick for what you believe in. Don't collect anybody's money. No man is your God. Because anybody that gives you money tries to feel like he's your God. No man is your God. Stand for your objectivity and stand for what you believe in, and God will bless you. We just have to make this country right now. And the suffer, no, they tire people.
they say now the suffer now make that they collect the money now. So who they?
Yeah. So the money they cure, the suffer finish, abi?
But the
All
truth,
the one where then they collect, all the 5,000, 10,000, where they collect, they don't cure the suffer finish, abi? The money go only compound your suffer, because you will shop the money finish one day, you call the things where I first get the next one. And if you not see, you will be steal.
the truth be say, who they cry, they see road. So as we they cry, make we they see road. Meaning, let your eyes be open. Even as you are, choose the best person. Do not let anybody cover you. Even as you're crying, you can still see. We have another interesting story here. It says that the federal government bans cash withdrawal from public accounts. Now, this is the story. The statement by the NFIU's chief media analyst, Ahmed Diko, said that the introduction of the new policy became necessary following the consistent devaluation of the naira and introduction of the new naira policy, which automatically activates Section 1 of the Money Laundering Prohibition Act. So this is another policy right now that is saying that the federal government has banned cash withdrawal from public accounts.
I mean, I support it. If for anything to tighten cash and tighten this corruption trail, we need it in this country. That's what this is our thoughts. You see some people who kick against that because they are always used to the cash withdrawal to be able to perpetrate their nefarious moves. If you have nothing to hide, why is there all these policies to be able to stifle the interplay of cash is affecting people and people are sitting against it? It's because of the corrupt tendencies. So I support this, honestly.
We're going to go for a commercial break shortly, but before we go, let me just give out this headline so that when we return, we'll talk about the headline. It says federal government stops polytechnics, others from awarding degrees. Now, this came in as a rude shock to many. And one of the reasons expressed by the board's director for Polytechnic Program Department, the person of Olga Ngwede, in a circular expressed that the Federal Ministry of Education is dismayed at the increasing number of tertiary institutions in the country offering programs for which they were not originally designed to do. So we'll talk about this, but let's go pay some bills. And when we return, the conversation continues. This is the Voice of the People, 90.3 FM, and you are listening to the Front Page Review.
You're listening to the number one station, the Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Do not touch that dial. This is your number one radio station.
Risi, where's your sister?
She's in the bedroom.
Oh, yeah, call her for me.
Baraka, mommy is calling you.
Hey, Risi, Joe, please buy me chill drink from Dogo.
Dogo, you there outside? I beg, help us bring one chill drink, come.
Risi, sorry, please check if it's your daddy that's at the door. You that your line had been blocked. How did you get the credit that you're using, Ke?
I linked my NIN to my MTN line and got 20K free airtime.
Yes, so link your NIN to your MTN line today and get 20,000 Naira bonus airtime. Visit any MTN center near you to begin.
Mommy, where are you going?
MTN Experience Center, of course. You think it's only you that like good thing, eh?
Terms and conditions apply.
This is your number one radio station at BOP 90.3 FM.
Risi, where's your sister?
She's in the bedroom.
Oh, yeah, call her for me.
Baraka, mommy is calling you.
Hey, Risi, Joe, please buy me chill drink from Dogo.
Dogo, you there outside? I beg, help us bring one chill drink, come.
Risi, sorry, please check if it's your daddy that's at the door. You that your line had been blocked. How did you get the credit that you're using, Ke?
I linked my NIN to my MTN line and got 20k free airtime.
Yes, so link your NIN to your MTN line today and get 20,000 naira bonus airtime. Visit any MTN center near you to begin.
Mommy, where are you going?
MTN Experience Center, of course. You think it's only you that like good thing, eh?
Terms and conditions apply.
You are listening to your number one station, the voice of the people, 90.3 FM. Do not touch that dial.
Risi, where's your sister?
She's in the bedroom.
Oh, yeah, call her for me.
Baraka, Mommy is calling you.
Hey, Risi, Joe, please buy me chill drink from Dogo.
Dogo, you there outside? I beg, help us bring one chill drink, come.
Risi, sorry, please check if it's your daddy that's at the door. You that your line had been blocked. How did you get the credit that you're using, Ke?
I linked my NIN to my MTN line and got 20k free airtime.
Yes, so link your NIN to your MTN line today and get 20,000 naira bonus airtime. Visit any MTN center near you to begin.
Mommy, where are you going?
MTN Experience Center, of course. You think it's only you that like good thing, eh?
Terms and conditions apply.
24/7 around the world, non-stop. This is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM.
Yes, and we are back. This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. You're listening to the Front Page review. Now, the discussion now is about the federal government stopping polytechnics, others from awarding degrees. The federal government has directed polytechnics, monotechnics, and other institutions to stop awarding degrees. The National Board for Technical Education conveyed the government decision to hands off the affected institution in a circular. Now, immediately, but they said that those already in the schools that are going to be awarded these degrees, that is for 4 years, those people already in the school, they can go ahead and complete, but after that, they should stop immediately. You know, there's been this, what will I say, is it dichotomy between Polytechnic and universities. People with HND, they feel that they are inferior to those with BSc, and there is this dichotomy between them. So with this new policy that the federal government had just said now put in place, what do you think is going to happen to those in polytechnics?
So I'm in support of this degree awarding institution with polytechnics because they've been overpopulated and they just the quality is shambolic. People just have a special purpose vehicle everywhere. The quality is very bad, and they just award degrees, pretty much like collect money from people and award degrees. And there are tons of those polytechnics across the country. So there needs to be an audit of the system. But what I don't like is just that blanket ban. You should be able to carry a periodic audit of the system and be able to weed out the up to the standard, rather than just make a blanket ban on everything, as regards to the awarding institution and the like. And yes, the dichotomy is in there as regards polytechnics and universities. So that's why the government should sort out that dichotomy, because you actually have a lot of polytechnic students that are actually very, very good. They've been able to add to the technological space in Nigeria, and kudos to them. I mean, there are some schools that stand out, and they've been doing well. So it's how they can sort out that, that will help a great deal. But we need those technical institutions and polytechnics all over the country to be able to add to the technical manpower in the country. So I don't believe that blanket ban is necessary. But you need a comprehensive audit, because there are lots of them that are just, full of lies and bad quality and bad standards.
we need the polytechnics. We need them. We need polytechnics. We need universities. So I think the policymakers should go back to the drawing board instead of just banning this institution, just banning the polytechnics and the monotechnics. Let them look for a way to make their certificates better, so that there will not be this. I have HND, and people would look at you. That okay, just HND, not BSc or anything. If it's going to continue like that, then maybe they should be Bachelor of Technology, and they should just close the Polytechnic, which is not the best. So, okay, let's open the phone lines now to get the conversation going, because we need to do that right now. Thank you so much, Rufal Seni, for always coming through every morning.
Thank you, that's you.
Yeah, have a great day. Yeah. Now 0700 903 903 903. That's the number, 0700 903 903. You can call us and join the conversation. You can also send in a WhatsApp message. Hello, who am I speaking with? Is this Ambassador Mujba? Are you my Ambassador Mujba? Good morning to you, Ambassador.
To Christmas.
Yes, so.
Okay, now, to me, first of all, let me talk about the decree issue by the federal government. I think federal government are the problem. They are the one that caused this problem, and they need to find solution to this. And instead of banning the Polytechnic from present degree, why can't they come with an order that any companies or any organization should not discriminate between both? Sure, Samina, because they allow the organization to discriminate between the HND and BSc. Both of them are very strong in their own position. Sure, there should be rival that, okay, you are BSc now, you have to be, your HND, you have to work under the BSc, you have to rate the BSc above the HND. Is most companies, that's what they do. Sure, Samina, and their standards are very different. When you talk about technical, sure, Samina, so I think government should come with a policy that no any company should segregate, should just put one above the others. So, let's just stand on their own. We have three HND, prefer that BSc be their head. No, it shouldn't be. So, and they pay BSc above HND. That's why everybody is not HND. I won't be happy that, I want to go for the BSc. So, government should work on that before come and ban this. No, that's not the issue for now. On the politician, if you listen to politicians, that person have any job to do. Like the PDP who said that, this money is going to do. It's going to affect the common man. Those who are talking about, it won't affect them. They don't think about the common man in the streets, the old woman that fell in the village. They should talk about that one. Don't play politics about this. This is catch politician. No. Those who are talking, it's not affect them. Just they better drop this idea of this their nonsense campaign. Let's say the real people, the real things. So that's what, and the NSLA, please go answer the House of Senators and the House of Reps. Go answer them, or else go to call your resign. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you, Ambassador. Ambassador, thank you so much for your contribution. 0700 903 903 903. So, what's your take? We respond to any of the headlines. You can also talk on the hot topics, or maybe send me a WhatsApp message. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mary.
Good morning, Mr. Frank.
Yeah, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. I want to quickly talk about the resignation of Peter
Okupe.
Doyin Okupe from his position as the spokesman for the P2B campaign. You see, the LP and P2B have set a great precedent for the very first time on integrity and discipline, then honor. This precedent has not been there before. We have all these sit fights, along the line. But for this man to come, resign honorably, and say, like, look, what has happened to me will cause a distraction, shows clearly that on those foundations of honor, discipline, and that, the country is already on a path to development and progress. You see, so the LP party is the party, and P2B is the man. But will they hand over to Peter Obi? I doubt it, because it's an Igbo man. That's number one. Number two is what we are talking about, the predicament of the CBN governor, Emefiele. Emefiele is, we cannot draw any conclusion here that some people are just behind him, this and that. No. The head of the presidency is the president himself. And DSS is under the presidency. I do not think that they just wake up one day and then go for Emefiele's head and calling him a terrorist. It's a very serious national question. And we shouldn't just say, people are, no. There's something behind it, and they must tell us the situation. It is not finished. Now, quickly on Polytechnic and university, it is not a sentimental issue at all. The university is set up for development of high-level manpower, must be high-level manpower in research, development, and academics. But polytechnics are set up for middle-level manpower to produce technical support. Do you understand now? Middle-level manpower and high-level manpower, they are not the same. So I do not think it is something of sentiment that somebody just put his mouth and say, just to remove this dichotomy. No.
Mr. Frank.
Establishing this, they are there. So that is my contribution. Thank you.
Oh, so insightful, Mr. Frank. So insightful. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Have a great day. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to join the conversation. And for WhatsApp, it's 0700 903 903 9. Okay? Hello.
Hello, Mary. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great, Mr. Peter Monse. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. Now, Mary, there is a saying that if you see a madman dancing on the road, those that are beating the drums are hiding in the bush. Now, the DSS in Nigeria sometimes, do what I always ask question. Is that what the Constitution allows them to do? DSS cannot investigate the bullion ban matter all these years that has been talked about. DSS cannot go and help us look for those who have been stealing our crude oil, whether in the army, in the police, in the air force, or the customs. DSS cannot help us go and look for those that are ferrying our PMS across the borders to other countries. DSS could not get the ship that load our oil until they get a Equatorial Guinea that it was arrested. DSS cannot do that for us. DSS cannot help finance those who adulterated fuel and give to Nigerians. Some people's vehicles' engine were damaged. DSS cannot investigate that. Then DSS is going after Emefiele. And I'm happy that some riders say the bullion ban politicians are responsible. Those who don't love this, who want to say this country and place are responsible. So DSS would not see. Yesterday, somebody described Nigeria as, I think, darkness or representation of darkness. We argued. But I would not want to throw that way this morning. I want to believe that if Nigeria were to be a country that has people who are leading, who are ruling over us, not leading now, ruling over us, that at least pity the masses, they would not have gone this way. Many things are going wrong. Money are being stolen left and right and center. DSS cannot get those people. You know, when DSS came, the first thing was for them to attack the judges. And then Sunday they all say, no, these people, this car, the AK-47 carrying herdsmen are killing our people. They must stop. They went after Igbo. After they denied we are not the one, then later they say they are the one. What is actually the work of DSS? And that is what I want to know, because it's like these people are being used to destroy this country. They don't do what they are supposed to do. They are doing what they are not sent to do. That's why I'm saying that we should look for those that are sending them this message, because they are there in the bush picking the drum for DSS to do what I think the constitution does not warrant. What is the crime of Emefiele? And finally, they say, I think you read that the Fulani youth are inviting Peter Obi that they want to give their support to him. Am I right?
Yeah, they support Peter Obi Dati movement.
That's very interesting because this has always been my stand. I think they also say they are not for ethnic politics. They are not for religious politics. Every Nigerian at this moment that things have gone haywire, that Nigerians cannot feed any longer. Okay. You can't buy sugar, you can't buy baking soap, you can't buy toothpaste, you can't buy yam, you can't buy rice, you can't buy gas. Nothing. Nigerians are suffering 133 from something million below poverty. Nigerians, we are supposed to say no more ethnic poverty.
Thank you so much, Peter Mose.
No more religion. So they should support the Peter Obi alongside this Fulani youth. And let us try him and that and move Nigeria forward.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for your contribution. 0700 903 903 903. That's the number. Now, let me take some messages here. This one is from Mr. Timothy from Surulere. He said, Emefiele should go and answer his query. If he refused to do this, he risks his job because he ought to think twice before taking decision. Those behind his decision can easily turn back on him. Emefiele should note that those who tell him to dance are at your back are those stabbing him. Mr. Timothy, thank you for your message. Another one says, good morning, Mary. It is disappointing that at this time the new Naira note are still stories to Nigerians. This shows that CBN was not ready for this new policy, but was only done to witch hunt some people. From HRHBC Umoko in Oshodi. Thank you so much. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning to you, sir.
Morning. How are you?
I'm doing great.
I'd just like to comment about the educational system in Nigeria.
Okay, can I get your name and your location, sir?
Okay, my name is Niyi. I'm calling from Victoria Island as I speak now.
Okay, great, Mr. Niyi.
One thing that we need to do in Nigeria is to respect systems and structure generally. Over the years, a lot have happened in Nigeria that systems and structures have been bastardized and have been personalized. Each government, when I say government now, from the military regime, when they come in, they appoint ministers, commissioners, and the rest. And every one of them has their own personal agenda. I could remember when Bola Ajibola was made the minister for justice or so, there was a promulgation then that made lawyers to be in charge of accountants that audit firms in Nigeria. The accountant will spend over 4 months doing an audit work. Then the lawyers will now say, I hereby countersign, do a covering letter for what they've done. And if the accountant with how many 10, 20 people work on the report and collect probably about 50,000 as estimate, with just a copy of a covering letter, which is not more than 20 naira printing paper, the lawyer will now sign it that I hereby countersign what he did not know in the audit, just to say that he collects money. And the accountant has to fight that this is not possible. You don't understand the audit, you don't understand the report, and you are countersigning. Are you going to be held liable for anything? No. Bola Ajibola did that to impute audit lawyers to make money. The same thing happened with our education, the HND and the DSC. Some people came in there and they want to put their people at the top. It's not good. We are spoiling the system. We copied BSc, HND from other clients. They don't do like that. Let us follow the principle. You don't come in and spoil a system that is running. And that's where we are today. A lot of things. Some people came in and they banished history from our studies. They banished civic education. See where we are now. There's no ethics in Nigeria. A lot of things have been thrown in the background. We spoil ourselves by just throwing things aboard. History is important for our education. Civic education is important. If you ask Nigerians and the youth now that what happens in 1950, nobody knows. If you don't know where you are coming from, you don't know where you are going. A lot of things have happened in the past. Some of them do not even know 80s or even 90s. Don't talk about year 1966 or 1970. And just we need to go back. Please, we need to put our structure. If the structure is right, people say that if Obama comes to Nigeria, we fail. Yes, because there's no structure in Nigeria. We don't have structures. We spoil the structure. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Mr. Nia, I will have to invite you to the studio one day so you could come and really talk.
If you invite me, I will come. We'll have the history with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Nia. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much for calling. The number is 0700 903 9039. That is the number. Let's take more calls. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program.
How are you?
I'm doing great today. What's your name and your location?
My name is Ade from Misola.
Welcome, Mr. Ade. Go ahead, sir.
I want to talk about this educational system
Yeah.
that the other Afana just spoke about. How can somebody, in his right senses, believe that university and and polytechnic education are the same thing? Let us look at it. The law that sets the two institutions up are different. One is meant for one thing, the other one meant for another thing. Equivalent, they are calling it. They say yes, equivalent. But those that set up that have promulgated the law and that they set it up, they knew that it is not, and it cannot be. It cannot be. The only thing is that they should go and pass the. They said they have passed the law, whatever. That does not mean that they can be Polytechnic will be issuing degree for their students. They want to destroy the university system of this country. It's not like that in other countries. University is university. College is college. There is difference between college and university. Everybody knows that. And there is difference between college. Even this College of Education in Nigeria, there is difference between Polytechnic. Let everybody be on his place. And if they want to go and have issue degree, they should issue it in their school, if they are different for them, and they will not look at another name to give it. It can never be equivalent to university degree. Anybody who cannot go to university, want to get degree, to go to university. So today, what is today? The JAM scores to enter university is not the same JAM score that you use to enter Polytechnic. So why are we saying it should be? Why are they issuing a degree? So that is about that. Then another thing about the nation.
You already spoke for 2 minutes. You've not started.
Please, let me round up.
Okay, round up quickly, yes.
He definitely will not go and see them. He will not go and see them. He has the backing of the president, and he's doing the right thing. They cannot go and see them. There's nothing they will do, and he will not see them. Thank you. God bless.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate your contribution. Now, let me take this message. One says, good morning, Mary. The truth is that the Fulanese have hijacked Nigeria, but our Heavenly Father past them. Obi is the only solution in Nigeria. Fulani man can't put Nigeria in another. As for Tinubu, he is just joking because no good record, undiluted boss man, Pepe Dem from Ilewe Ikotu. Thank you so much for your message. But did you hear in the news this morning that the Fulani youth are supporting Obi Dati movement? Mr. Bossman. Hello. Good morning to you.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the program. What's your name and location?
Yeah, my name is Smart. I'm actually calling from Ejigbo area.
Okay, great. Go ahead, Mr. Smart.
Yeah, I want to quickly talk about this MFLA debacle.
Yes.
You see that this country, our problem is we have good laws. We have all the laws that it takes to make a great nation. But the problem is the implementation of these laws. The law setting up the CBN Act gives express powers to the governor of CBN to make laws that for the good and healthy economic transactions in this country. But unfortunately, our leaders, the so-called leaders, have hijacked the country and they don't let anything work. This man has the right dopes that will help this country to come out of the woods, but they don't want to let it work. Quickly, they will tell you about America. They will tell you about Britain when it suits them. But the same people, when it does not suit them, will go against the rules. We have so much money outside the banking sector, and that is what is simple definition of inflation is too much excess money chasing few goods. We have so much money in circulation. We have little production. We have little productivity. So we need to clamp down on those having this illicit money, unproductive money made from drugs, money made from 419, money looted from our nation. So we need to come out of.
Okay.
So we need to quickly, arrest the situation and get the country back to winning ways. What MFLA is doing is the right thing, and we must not bow to these cabals that want to destroy this country to continue. We cannot allow it. So the youth, the civil society organizations should stand up now and support what MFLA is doing because that's the right thing. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Smart. Appreciate your contribution. We have some minutes before we go. I think 3 minutes. 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Chief Aloy.
Chief Aloy, welcome to the program.
What I say, all these things when we dey talk, nothing when you people when they work for you, they try, but the people when they are our leaders, not to talk matter, do it. I am the thing when they're possible for us. All these things when we dey talk, money do this, money do this. What I say, the government knows the thing when they are doing. Even our president knows the thing when they are doing. What I say, let everybody have the voter card at hand. So I think 2 months ago, this all these things when we dey talk go down. Let's vote for right person. And anything when we go do amendment, when you want this one, you go do amendment, your money go finish. But the amendment is not go good. It's good if you want start house. So start am from foundation. So let's leave everything. Anything when we see, let's take it like that and wait for the February. So that is my own. Thank you and God bless you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Chief Aloy, for your contribution this morning. Now, let me take some messages before we round off our conversation this morning. This one says here, good morning, presenter from Comrade Peterson. It says, whether lawmakers are summoning MFLA or not, they should give waiver to POS operators so that they will remain in business and employment. And for education, several times I encounter HND and BSc holders. HND does better. Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. Tunde from Aja said Nigeria's system of corruption is on corrupt system. Nigeria's system of operation is on corrupt system. When a carpenter is asked to build a fridge, when a painter is selected to build a boat, there must be a problem. Thank you for your message, Mr. Tunde. I think I can take more calls now. My time here is up. Thank you so much for being part of the program. I really appreciate your contribution this morning. My name is Mary Onaife Debbie. I'll be here again tomorrow, God willing, same time. You can follow me on Instagram at Mary Media, MERRY, then Media. Coming up next at 8 o'clock is Ogendigbo. Keep it here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM.
The best of the morning.
So how come that they usually make a statement and then the executive refuse to obey that statement? Which is again the issue of